Good morning, everyone. It's Matthew Chapman here from Special Properties Real Estate Services. This video is going to be about real estate terminology. So recently I have been asked by clients of mine whether it's buyers in the 300 range or buyers in the 1 million range. I tend to get a lot of questions that are always the same. And it's basically some of the words we use in real estate that not everyday people in their lives are using, and it gets confusing when it comes to a real estate transaction. So I thought I would run through maybe 3, 4, or 5 of the commonly asked questions on real estate terms today. Appraisal. Everyone always asks a few questions about what the appraisal is and how it's all set up. Basically, the appraisal, in order to get a loan from a bank, you're first going to need a home appraisal done by the bank to make sure that they are lending the correct amount of money. The appraiser will determine the value of the home based on an examination of the property itself, as well as sale prices of comparable homes in the area. So basically, in a nutshell, if your home does not appraise to the price that you've put your offer in for, then we're going to have an issue. So basically, all the bank wants to know is that your home is worth what we're putting the offer in for. Okay, so the second one that we're going to talk about today would be the closing costs. Constantly get asked what are my closing costs going to be, and what's involved. You know, in the Alsassa Group and generally in real estate terms, there is a calculation that you can use for closing costs that everyone will help you out with that. But you know, in addition to the final price of the home, there are closing costs, which typically make up about 2 to 5% of the purchase price, not including the down payment. So some examples of the closing costs would be attorney fee, your survey, recording fees, title searches, application fee, the appraisal, even down to your home inspection and home insurance if needed, and flood insurance and things like that. So there's a whole range of things that are going to make up your closing costs, but definitely ask your real estate professional to help you out, or as I usually like to do, I used to use my attorney that I recommend to all my clients, Ray Miller, and he will actually put it all out, laid out, everything for you, and make it plain and simple. The third one we're going to talk about today is pretty simple. It's what we call a CMA, or a comparative market analysis. This basically is a report of comparable homes in the area that is used to derive an accurate value of the home in question that you're looking to buy or even looking to sell. So we do a market report for everyone in this field when they're looking to find out what the home value is. So a CMA, that's what you're going to find out. Next one we're going to talk about is contingencies. This term refers to conditions that have to be met in order for the purchase of the home to be finalized. For example, there may be contingencies that the loan must be approved, or the appraisal value must be near the final sale price, or the sale of a buyer's home. This one I actually get asked about quite a lot, and it is doable, and I actually have been doing quite a lot of this lately. So of course, if you have a home to sell I should say, sorry, and before you buy the next one, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to buy the next property, because some of the sellers are not going to want that home sale contingency, but it is possible, and we have been doing it. This year I've done probably 2 already. So, and I have another client ready to do the same thing. So it's possible. You just have to have a seller that is willing to work with you in this regard and get it done. And hopefully you would have your home ready to sell before making your offer. That's probably the best piece of advice there, but it's definitely possible. Okay, and the final one I want to talk about today is something I actually don't personally enjoy doing, but I do get asked about it quite a bit and have had the opportunity to do it, and that is dual agency. Dual agency is when one agent represents both sides. Rather than having both a buyer's agent and a listing agent, you just have the one agent doing the whole deal for you altogether. Generally, when this happens for myself, I would like to get my manager involved to take over the selling side, and I'll work on the buying side. This doesn't regularly happen, but when it does, it's kind of a little tricky, and usually your client, the seller, is not really happy about it, because they want representation from you rather than taking your manager to sort of take over from there. So it is out there, and we do sign a form to say that we're going to be representing both sides. It happens, but that's what dual agency is. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for listening to my video. If you have any real estate terminology that's bugging you out there and you want some clarity, definitely give me a call or a message, and I'll help you out. Of course, if you have any friends or family or yourself looking to buy or sell this year, give me a call or PM me, and we can discuss whenever you're ready.